Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind happypuppytruffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a fun twist on the traditional balloon origami where you can make your very own cute little Halloween spider. This is a fun craft origami, so you're not supposed to follow strict rules so much. We do make just a standard balloon and then use a long needle or something to pop through some holes to put some little legs in. And I just used googly eye stickers. You could draw your face on, of course, too. Lots of different ways you can do it. But I thought I'd just kind of show you guys. The nice thing is that if you make things like I've done, you can kind of angle off the legs so that he sits up cute. So he can kind of sit on your desk, or you can have a whole little setup of these at a table, for example, or something. These make a cute little kind of guy to put on top of plates and name tags for a party, those kinds of things. So. And it doesn't take too much time to make one. I will say though that the process of putting the legs in is a little tricky and can be a little frustrating. So I wouldn't maybe recommend it for little tiny kids because it could be you wind up smushing everything and it just makes kids cry. So that's not cool. But if the kid is used to doing origami, they can definitely give it a shot. So I used for this little guy little larger paper that was about 17.5 by 17.5 centimeters, just regular black origami paper. And you do have to kind of poof out some things with a pencil or something to make stuff right. So it does show a couple of like extra creases that it shouldn't have. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys today with a piece of taunt paper because that's a little thicker and that actually works, I think, a little better. It's going to give me a slightly smaller spider though because this is actually 15 by 15 centimeters. So what we'll do is just start off by making a origami balloon. I'll go ahead and fold it here so you guys can watch and follow along. If you need slower, more focused instructions on how to do this, I'll have the link in the description for you guys. But we just start off by getting to a water bomb base where we have diagonal creases and both horizontal and vertical creases here. And then I'm just going to find my diagonal creases, pop them up on top like this, and push in and shimmy around until I get a nice little triangle here. Get everything kind of smoothed out. And then I want to go ahead and take each of these little legs and curl them up to the top, creating a nice little triangle here. And because I'm using taunt paper, you do need to make extra care to make really nice, clean, crisp creases because that's going to be what helps this to pop out into shape later. And if you're using some other thicker kind of paper, you'll want to take care too. Construction paper would work really good, but you do need to be real careful as you do it because it can be tricky to fold. So I've got all those sides folded up, and then I'm just going to take each of these points and fold into the center, imagining a line that goes straight through the middle here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take each of these little tips that you see here. We're going to roll it and pop it right in here to secure it. And I'll do that for all four sides. So you get something that looks like this. Now, if you open things up, you can kind of imagine here, I've got to the part that has a hole in the bottom, and this part that you see, if you kind of imagine there being a square in the middle here, that's going to be the front of my spider. Now, for example, if you wanted to draw your face on, you could take this as a time to kind of imagine here and to draw your little spider face. And I do intend to have some fun little printables for you guys to use for these in the days to come, so that would have a face already on it if you wanted it to have that like that. But I'm using googly eyes, so this is a good time to go ahead and choose what kind of eyes you want to use. I just looked at what they had like at the 100-yen store, and they have all sorts of fun ones, different colors even too. That's why I use these little green eyes for him. I'm going to use black eyes for this guy because I'm going to make his legs green, so just use these here. I don't know what the things are available for you guys in your stores and stuff like that, but I'm just using these sticker ones that have like a sticker on the back so that you don't need to worry about glue. If I can open it, I can get a couple eyeballs out here. Sorry. There we go. This isn't a very, anatomically correct spider by any means. So, if you're, really wanting to try to strive towards that, you'd probably want to do a different approach than this. But this is meant to be just a cute, decorative kind of thing here. So I'll go ahead and get these stickers put on here. Kind of hard to peel the back part off, but... So I've got my little googly eyes on now, and then I can just go ahead and kind of pop it open. So this is a good time to have something that you can kind of stick inside to help pop stuff out. I like to use just a, chopstick, but you can use a pencil, but then you wind up kind of drawing on the inside, and I think sometimes this end is a little too big. Just a point of preference of what you guys are doing here. But because I use top paper, it doesn't really blow up very well. And you'll find that if you use, things like construction paper too, it's hard to just get air in there and to actually get it to blow up all by itself. Later, when we're trying to kind of finalize things, you can use, you can blow into it and it'll poof out okay. But this stage is always a little tricky. So I'm just going to kind of put a little pressure here to try to get things started. And then I can kind of get in here and get this to pop open. And you could choose, how round you'd prefer your spider to be and those kinds of things, but I've kind of got it going here. There we go. So I've got all of that done, and I'm just going to take, if you happen to have one, like an upholstery needle, these are really nice and long, and use this. And you could choose, depending on how sharp your needle is and what kind of paper you're using, when to put the holes through here. For example, I've got it all blown up here, and I think I can kind of get it going. I'm going to put one right up at the top, right above the creases. You want to have it come out on the other side around the same spot, too. See, I can get this to go through, and it doesn't collapse everything. But when you're using regular origami paper, it doesn't work. It winds up smushing everything down. And what you can do in that instance is you can then have it smushed down to this state, and then put the holes through still with it like this. So I can kind of find another spot here. And you just got to be careful when you do this, though, that you're not accidentally putting a hole through this backside here. So it helps to kind of have things open a little as you do this, so that you can kind of eyeball it. I've got this side started. Keep things kind of popped open kind of as you do this. And I like making the hole go all the way through, because then I can make it a little fatter and it'll help the pipe cleaner go through later. But let me see here. There we go. And I'm going to put another one through there too. Try to space them out about right, it doesn't have to be super, super serious, but about the same distance is nice. So kind of get this going here. Go. So I've got the 4 holes on each, going through both sides so that I can make the legs. Now, I'm just going to be poofing this back open again. Let me see if... Yeah, it just still doesn't really like having air blown into it that much, but we could kind of slowly poof everything out. Don't worry about it looking too pretty yet, because when you put the pipe cleaners through, it smushes down too. So I've got the basics going here now with the holes, and I'm going to take some pipe cleaner and put through there. I'm just going to use, I've got this kind that I found here. I'm just going to use this green color because I thought it looked fun. Take like 4 of these guys. And there's, you know, different kinds of pipe cleaner. You could use sparkly ones. I use like the black ones for him. It just kind of depends on the kind of result you're looking for. But you're just going to, of course, start from one end and take it out the other side. And if you find that you're having a little hard time getting it through, what you could do is just make the hole a little bigger so that when you guide it, you don't accidentally smash the pipe cleaner and cause it to, there it is, to bend, because that can be annoying. There it is. So I can kind of pull that through. Gives me the start of his legs. And I'll just put the rest of these legs through, following the same technique. You know, if you need a little help guiding it through, then, you know, make sure to give yourself a little extra opening of the hole if you need to. But I'll go ahead and guide the rest of these through here. And we'll work on finalizing the shape of the spider when we're done here and we've gotten all the legs through. So I've got all of those through, and then I can just take and, you know, work out with either popping it around with your fingers or with, like I'm using like a chopstick, or you could use, you know, a pencil, like I said, or anything really to help you kind of get in here and pop this out so that you get more of a completed sort of body for everything. And then once I've kind of got that to the point that I like, I can then play around with the legs to make it the shape that I'd like it to be. And I'm just going to go ahead on this one, and I've kind of tapered things off on the other side, but I'm just going to leave these a little longer. But if you kind of start down at the bottom here with trying to create an equal fold crease, and then come up just a little bit more, slowly making the point where these kind of go through. That was a little off. Let me kind of, maybe it's okay, hold on. I'll try to keep it about the same on each side if you can, of course. So you kind of get some cool little legs going there. And then, like I said, you can use the bottom part to kind of serve as a stand to kind of hold your spider up. So he stands up a little bit, which is kind of cool. And you can have a lot of fun with the different colors, make some fun different variations of these guys with fun, different faces and stuff. But it's just a way to use traditional origami in a fun kind of craft way, and maybe create some unique little decorations for this Halloween's kind of series here. I'll have some more fun projects to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!